All right, 6. This is 6. Hi, everyone. My name is Andy Rudisill, and today I'm going to be talking about Red Pill VR for my emerging tech presentation. And it is the music experience beyond the limitations of four walls. So with Red Pill VR, they are hoping to have unlimited scalability for live musical performances without the limits of time, distance, or capacity. And they're striving to empower both all artists, venues, and music lovers. They've been working on this for over 5 years, and they're currently working on a project with one of their investors, Sensorium, to build a visualization of the biggest nightclub in Ibiza. That's like their big project. They're about like halfway done. But Sensorium is working on the next generation social VR metaverse. So you can kind of think about like the Oasis in the movie we watched. It's very similar to that. And they're also working with interactive media and gaming and esports companies, as well as music startups and GPS services to bring Red Pill VR into the industry. So a little bit about their beliefs and core values. So like I talked about earlier, they're going to be broadcasting live events, broadcast and playbacks, and they're going to have music and performances, and they're able to do this with real-time sound analysis, which is this technology called Venice, which I'll get into in a few slides, DJ tracking, and audio reactive environments. So this also will be an online social experience. As we know with COVID, there's been tons of online live stream concerts, all this stuff, but the one thing people most miss is being together. So the founders of Red Pill really want this to be a social experience where you can experience with your friends. So there will be avatar representations, chat features, which are voice chat, as well as you can have friends and followers at all the events you attend. And then it's also friendly to develop on. There's a marketplace as well as a content software development kit that developers can use to make this experience their own. So this is just a brief little video showing how they're able to mimic a DJ in real life onto the virtual reality sphere. I'm going to lower it just to explain a little bit once we watch. So as you can see, the DJ is wearing like a sensor suit, which is able to track his movement, as well as he's surrounded by motion detecting cameras so that all his movements are represented in the virtual sphere. And so they have like lots of cool special effects, more so that you could actually do in real life, just because you couldn't have like flares and all this in real life. So it kind of makes it a little bit more like sci-fi, a little bit more psychedelic, which is a lot of like kind of is like what the people in charge of special effects at music festivals are usually going for. So with that, we can talk a little bit more about their technology. So one of their big things is the avatar creation. I already touched on this with the DJ, but what this would look like for like the average attendee would just be like the creativity to design your avatar however you want. So you have the freedom of expression there. And then they also have Venice, which is their cross-platform real-time music deconstruction and analysis engine. And basically what it does is it picks up like tons of different music data elements and is able to deconstruct them and distribute them at a rate of 90 times per second. And I can show you a little bit of what that means. So they're able to pick up on all these different elements. And by doing this, it really makes the 3D sound experience so much better and really feels like you're standing there. Okay, and this is just an example of how they take their pictures for the avatars. So you can see it's like a 3D body scan, 3D camera, so that every detail is picked up. And these are just some images showing like what it looks like for like the DJ we saw in that video earlier. So you can tell that there's not a big difference between the real life image and the CGI image. And they have like every little square inch of the entire body. So why is this important for storytelling? Well, we've already seen a lot of success with live stream concerts during COVID, which just shows that there is a place in the industry for this. People would like to have like attend an event that they couldn't actually get to without jumping on a plane or, traveling thousands of miles to get to. So there's no travel time or space constraints. And like one thing I read in one of the articles was like you can't make Coachella any bigger than Coachella is today, but with this virtual reality software you can. And with that, there's a lot more potential of revenue. And it's also way more sustainable because you're not using all the resources and time constraints to put together a whole set that's just going to be come down in a weekend. Instead, it can all be through virtual. And that's really all I have today. So I guess now I'll take some questions.